Hey guys, welcome to Cook and Chat with Lady T. I am going to be making a vegan, well, let me say this. I'm going to be making for the first time a vegan, totally vegan spaghetti. And so I have gotten some chickpea pasta. I have some seitan for the meat. And I'm going to cut up I'm cutting up right now I just cut up some bell pepper. And I have onion that I'm cutting up to go inside of it. I'm already boiling my water. So the water's already boiling, so I'm gonna put the pasta inside of the water now. Like I said, it's my first time. So let's see how it tastes and let's see what it does, because it's my first time, so. Here's the pasta going in. I've already cut up some bell peppers. I'm gonna cut up some onion right now and put it in there. I'll show you what the seitan meat looks like, because it's not ground beef, but it looks and has the appearance of real meat, but it's not. So now I'm on a new journey because I've been vegan now since December 7th of this year. So I haven't been vegan long, but I haven't eaten meat since December 7th. And it hasn't been a struggle because, you know, I like vegetables anyway. I like fruits anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, but it is a new journey. It is a new transition for me, you know, trying to go to the stores and finding the vegan alternatives for meat, for cheese, pasta. Well, pasta's vegan anyway, but, you know, just the best things that vegans like to eat. So I'm going to throw my onions in here now, and I'm going to stir it up. I already put in thyme. I put in thyme seasoning. I put onion powder. I put in, let's see, what else? Parsley, garlic powder, and some of the ground pepper where you can actually just grind it up like that. So I might put a little bit more in since I had already put some in, but I'm gonna put a little bit more in just because I just added the veggies to it. I don't over season my stuff. I put a douse of it, and I think a douse is good enough, you know. And when you're seasoning your food, you can put all you want to, but if you don't add that pinch of salt, the salt is what brings the flavor out. So you wanna get that pinch of salt. All right, so you wanna add, I have kosher salt. I am gonna switch over to, there's a pink Himalayan salt that a lot of vegans like to use, so I'm going to switch over to that. But for now, I have kosher salt, which is a little bit less in sodium than the regular iodinized salt. So I'll add a little bit of salt. Again, salt will bring out the flavor in the foods once you season it with the other seasonings. So let me add a little bit of salt to it. Not much. A little of this stuff goes a long way, guys. So I'm going to stir it. Now, I didn't add any oil to it, so it's a little... You know, this is not real ground beef, so it's not giving off that oil that would normally come off, you know, in the food. And I guess that's a good thing. When I got tomato and basil from Good and Gather, which I think they have a good brand too. So that's going to be pretty good. So let me just stir the meat. It's like I said, this is not an easy journey when you've been used to eating meat for so long, you know, and just not... I've always been the type of person, though, I will say, that has loved vegetables and fruits. So this big thing, you know, the change is not that big of a deal. But when you're used to eating like the cheeses and, you know, what else? The breads, and even though bread is still vegan, but you still try to be conscious of the right one to eat, just so it won't be as fattening. Or some may have no yeast at all, or less yeast, or maybe gluten. Maybe not yeast, but the gluten, maybe the gluten-free, you know. So I'm gonna just keep stirring this up for the dryness. Just trying to get the vegetables to cook in there real good. Let me show you actually what the seitan meat looks like. So it sort of looks ground beefy, but we'll see how it tastes. I never had this one before. I did, let me tell you something. I got some veganese from Target the other day, and when I tell you it's really good, it's really good. It tastes like mayonnaise. but it's vegan and it's not as fattening and it doesn't have all the other stuff that regular mayonnaise has. I also got vegan butter. It's called Miyoko's. I got that too, and it's really good. So I've been using that for a butter alternative. I got some KO cheese. It's CHAO. It does melt. I made a grilled cheese with some spinach and veganese. Grilled cheese with that and spinach one day, and then the next time I had just a regular slice of the KO cheese with spinach and veganese, and it was really, really good. I didn't notice a difference at all. And you know, I'm eating vegan and don't, you know, I'm not noticing it really. So, and that's a good thing for me. All right, so the meat to me cooks a little dry. So I'm gonna add a little bit of the oil just to give it a little bit of sizzle. It's sizzling, but not enough for me. I like a little bit of oil, you know. So I'm not gonna put a lot. I got the Western oil. I'm just gonna put a little bit, just to, you know, yeah. Give it a little extra kick there and an extra help there. See that? You hear it sizzling a little bit more now? Yeah, that's what I like. I think it'll help the vegetables along too, you know, to cook faster. Let me move this out the way. I did have some cilantro here. I don't have a few pieces of it I could throw in there. Kind of almost out of it though. Just a couple of little dousers. Again, guys, so yeah, this is a totally vegan spaghetti that I'm making. Let me show you what I have again. It's chickpeas from Banza. So it's rotini made from chickpeas, and the ingredients only have chickpeas, tapioca, and xanthan gum. That's it. And I like foods that have just 1 or 2 ingredients, so you know what you're eating. You know, you don't want to have all these other fancy scientific names and stuff. You want to know what you're eating. And then I have this one, which we all know it's just pretty much tomatoes and stuff. So now the seitan, let's see what's in here, because this is my first time getting this. It's water with vital wheat, gluten, soy sauce, water, soybeans, wheat salt, apple cider vinegar, garlic. It's something called guajillo, oregano, sea salt, onion, cumin, and black pepper. So I really liked the ingredients when I read the ingredients, and I'm like, you know what? Let me try it, because I've been hearing a lot about it, so let me try it. I actually also, since I started becoming vegan, I have created a list of things that are alternatives to the normal stuff that we would normally eat. So I have a lot, and I'm going to be trying different things. There's other different meat alternatives as well. There's one called, what is it called? There's tempeh. There is also Beyond Beef or Beyond Chicken. There is the Impossible meat. I did see that online, so I'm going to try that. So yeah, this is going to be quite a journey, but I think it's going to be a fun one actually. I think it's going to be fun trying something new. And I'll tell you why I started though. I got on a scale a few weeks ago when I started, you know, December 7th is when I first became vegan. Got on a scale, and the scale said 200. And that was the first time in my life that I've ever reached 200 pounds. After that, I said, that's it. Something's got to change. I can't keep doing the same exact thing and expecting different results. That's crazy. So I said, you know what? Nope, this is it. This is it for me. So from that day forward, that was December 7th, I said, you know what? No more meat, no more dairy. And I haven't said. So far, so good, you know. I think I've lost a little bit of pounds, maybe about 7, 8 pounds so far. But, you know, I think it's a gradual, slow process, which is the best way to lose anyway. And I'm looking forward to, like, down the road, maybe 30, 40 pounds off, you know. So we'll see what happens. All right, so let me stir my, here's my meat. Let me stir the pasta and take that. Now again, this is chickpea pasta, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how this turns out. Chickpeas. Now I like chickpeas because that's, you know, from the garbanzo beans and the hummus and stuff like that. So I'm a fan of that already, so I'm thinking I'm gonna be okay with the pasta. Once I just let this cook really good. Looks like it's cooking like real pasta to me. I'm liking that. I'm gonna let my bell peppers cook down a little bit more. Let me taste this meat. Let me see. I like it. I like it. I think me and this, we're gonna get along well. You can do tacos with this, spaghetti. You can do, I used to do a meal with ground beef, rice, and vegetables. This is good. It's a good sub. I don't think once the sauce gets in there, I'm gonna be able to notice too much of a difference with this, and that's what I like. And I think that as I go along, eventually I'm not gonna be trying to find too many meat subs because the point is like no meat, you know, stuff like that. But when you're in the beginning and you're just starting out, you kind of want to eat the same, but not the same, you know what I mean? So those alternatives do help. But eventually, maybe the craving will go away, or even the substitute for it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've always been a vegetable person anyway, so I don't think it would be too bad for me, you know? But yeah, I think these are done. I'm not gonna cook them down, like, you know, I don't want the meat to get too hard, and I have to study how to cook this meat, this alternative meat, you know? So there's probably a certain way you cook it so you don't have to overdo it or whatever. So I'm gonna pour in the the basil and tomato sauce. Pour that right on in there. And let that. One thing about me is I love to, let me turn the stove on too. One thing about me is I love to add extra vegetables to a lot of my stuff. Like I'm a fan of bell peppers, onions, and garlic. That's my go-tos for pretty much every meal. I love to add those to everything. So, you know, that's one thing that's just, you know, a part of me. All right, I'm gonna stir it all in. It looks good so far though. It looks good. Let me taste a little bit. It's good. It's good. In all honesty, it's good, but I think you have to monitor the time period that you cook the meat. You don't want to cook it too hard, and then it becomes a little hard, because I feel it a little hard, but it's good though. It's good. All right, let's see if this pasta's ready. Yep, I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna rinse it. So I'm gonna let that heat up. And what I usually do, I just run cold water on it. And then I rinse it off again. Well, I rinse it off with cold water, then drain it. I'm just an old-fashioned girl. That's the way I do it. All right. You about to be out and about?
Yeah.
All right, so the chickpea pasta tastes really good.
It does?
I am a fan of it.
See, I always thought the seitan would be a good chicken replacement.
Don't knock that down there.
Oh, you recording?
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. So I have the pasta here. I have the sauce. It's done. I'm going to plate it. Let me get a plate.
Wait, let me taste
Let me
it.
taste it. See what I like about it. Yeah. Let's get a fork or a spoon. I wish we had that other one. You know the one that's kind of like you pick up other stuff with here.
It looks good. Are you doing your seitan too?
No, I wasn't doing saging, but it's kind of lit on its own on that one. So, all right, get you some. My daughter Nene, she's gonna get some pasta. We'll see how it tastes.
I'm gonna see it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to take your fork.
Okay, go ahead. And then I'm gonna get me some too.
Seitan, you said?
Well, yeah, the meat that we use is, again, guys, seitan.
Oh, chorizo, seitan.
Yeah. So let's see how close it comes to regular spaghetti.
I like it.
You like
What's
it?
this?
Huh?
What's these?
That's like just cilantro, like fresh cilantro. All right, so that's the spaghetti I made. I'm going to taste it. Let me get a fork. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Well, guys, it is vegan. So let me just stand right here and taste it. Father, thank you for the food that I'm about to receive, for the nourishment of my body. I just thank you for me preparing it. In Jesus' name, amen. Let me see. Let's see what it do.
You want to touch the crown. Ooh, go on, thank
Mm-hmm. It's good.
you. Mm-hmm.
It's good. And guys, this is chickpeas. This is chickpeas pasta. Mmm.
Here a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. This is good.
This is where the money resides.
Mmm.
Where the money resides, where the money resides.
Mickey, would you like some spaghetti? Mmm. This is good. All right, guys. This was my rendition of my first time making vegan spaghetti. And I will say, for all the alternatives that I use, it's delicious. So don't forget to go out and buy you some chickpea pasta. I'm really surprised with chickpea. I thought it would be like, not real pasta, but it is. And at the same time,
I don't taste anything different.
and then you got your regular stuff, your sauce and your seasonings, and you season how you want. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Tune in, subscribe, like, share, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.